Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your soul session for February 1st through the 15th. We're going to be looking at an overall energy for you guys as well as a challenge for the first 15 days of February. And then I'm going to go into another spread where we're going to look at what's going on with you guys more specifically. So let's go ahead and look at your overall energy. It's going to be that one. And your challenge. Okay, that one. And I'm going to go ahead and pick, do I want to do that? Yes, I do want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and pick the cards for you guys' second spread and move my mouse. All right, sit these cards right here. All right, so our overall energy for February 1st to the 15th is the 9 of Cuppies. Come on, you were doing so good for Aquarius camera. You were doing so good. Okay, whatever. Anywho, so we have the 9 of Cups in the reverse, and this is challenged by the 8 of Coins. This is ironically eerily similar to the overall energy that I was feeling for Aquarius. That's interesting. So with the 9 of Cups in the reverse this month, there's more or less an energy of a little disappointment here. I do feel kind of in transit. Things may not necessarily pan out the way that you hope this month. I said it's very similar for Aquarius, but of course, you can look at Aquarius's reading as a collective because we're in Aquarius season. But it feels very much to me like there was high hopes for something to go in a particular way, Pisces. I feel like this is something that you have been hoping for a great deal. This is something that you've been praying for, something you've been intending to manifest. But it's not necessarily, and I don't even want to say that it's one particular thing. It's just almost like different things that you encounter in the first 15 days. They're not necessarily going the way that you hoped. Now, if I were to be really specific about this, looking at days and things, Valentine's Day, of course, is the 14th of February. So it potentially could be, if you're dating someone right now, it could very well be that you're disappointed in the plans that they make, or the fact that they don't make plans, or they don't get you a gift, or the type of gift that they give you. And I feel like it's almost kind of it almost puts you in a emotional space. How can I describe that? It's almost being in an emotional space where, like, the wind being taken out of your sails, if that makes sense. So it's kind of having a perspective of something, having high hopes for something, and like your hopes kind of being dashed a bit. I mean, it's not detrimental to where you're like, wanting to quit life or anything, but it's just like being disappointed. But with this 8 of Coins here, the thing I feel that's a similar to the energy signature I was picking up in Aquarius is there's some theme so far of confronting how it is that you're feeling about things and not going the route of burying it, even if this is something past tense for you guys, and this is something that kind of gets triggered and comes up. The key is not to bury it and to kind of distract yourself with work to not focus on the disappointment, because I feel there's a little bit of an energy of this that's happening, or has the potential to happen. I'm not going to say is happening, but has the potential to happen. I really feel the challenge for you guys is to kind of overcome that natural inclination to do that, of, being upset about something and being like, F it, I'm just going to work really, really hard, and not pay attention or address the fact of what it is that disappointed you, or that you're, sad about in the first place. So there's a big energy with this. And on the other side, and this is kind of like a smaller percentage of people I feel would align with this energy. It's more or less about results, which is something I talked about in Aquarius as well. If things didn't pan out the way that you hoped up to this point, whether that's romantically, that's, career wise, it's your personal growth, weight loss, whatever it is that we're talking about here, the growth of your business, you know what I mean, being promoted at your job, whatever the case, there's a need to have a little bit of self-honesty and to more or less kind of reflect on, have I been working as hard as like I believe or want to believe that I have? You know what I mean? So it's like if you're, we're hoping for a promotion, right? And this is where I say this is not for everyone. But if you were hoping for a promotion, it's a need to confront, like, yes, there is a disappointment. You have every right to be disappointed. But did you really, do everything that was necessary? Like, did you send a thank you email after they interviewed you? You know what I'm saying? If, you haven't lost the amount of weight that you wanted to lose, since you started, your fitness journey, it's like, are you really sticking to, the keto diet? You know what I mean? Are you sneaking M&Ms here and there? Are you, having a workout plan, but like kind of half-ass doing it? Like you're supposed to do 20 reps and you're really doing 5. You know what I'm saying? Because we can kind of trick ourselves sometimes with things where we know we haven't put in 100%, but because, we put in like 60, it's like it's something. And everybody doesn't know that we really didn't put in 100. And you don't want to tell people that you put in 60, but because you keep telling the narrative, and my guides are telling me something else right now about relationships with that. But because we keep telling the story over and over to people, and there's like that embarrassing element of like, yeah, I only really, I've been eating cheeseburgers every day, but I've been at the gym 3 times a week and I haven't lost a pound. But they don't know I left out the cheeseburger part. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we rehearse that story so many times to people that we start to believe like our own lies in a sense. But like I said, to recognize something like that in yourself, it would require a lot of self-honesty, because it's a lot easier to kind of, be a victim of circumstance and be like, I'm working out all the time and I'm not losing a pound. Or, they're, I don't know, something at my job. Like it's nepotism happening at my job. So they're only, promoting people who know each other, and not looking at the fact that, maybe you weren't as prepared for that interview, or, saying all dudes suck or all chicks suck, and it's like, that's why I don't date, because, all men or all women suck. When in reality, and I said something similar to this in the love readings last month, when in reality, how it is one is approaching relationships is like, self-sabotatory in a sense. So overall, there's a need to kind of pay attention to that, but that's for a smaller percentage of people. But anywho, the central energy representing you all in the month of February, I like this. Let's go for it. No self-sabotage. We have the 6 of Wands, your past influence. Oh, I'm here for it. We have the Ace of Coins, new opportunities abound. Those of you who know me know that whenever I see an ace, the aces to me are a seed. It's a statement, a testament, a contingency plan, if you will, for the 10. But it's just letting you know that there's a process till you get to it. But this is more or less like, you're signed, sealed, delivered. You're on the path to the 10 of Pentacles, but it's going to take some time to grow. Your above energy. Interesting. We have the 9 of Swords. Interesting. Your hidden influence. Wow. Is the 2 of Wands in the reverse. Come on, love me, camera, please. Be a good machine. Poor favor. Maybe. No. Okay. I apologize, Pisces. I tried. This freaking glare. It was not doing this in last month, but it's back at it again. I thought if I switched back to the deck that I had, then that I used last month, but that ain't helping. But anyway, we have the 2 of Wands in the reverse, and what it is that you want to watch out for going into the midpoint of the month. Interesting. We have the 10 of Cuppies in the reverse. Whoo, child. So here is the thing. I see how this is leading into each other. There's 9 of Cups in the reverse being your overall energy, and that leading into what you want to watch out for. It's not saying that's going to happen or anything, but if all of this guidance is ignored, then it's a possibility. But okay, so here's the thing. The thing that's important here, and this is very much, I don't know if you guys that are watching this, if a lot of you Pisces have Aquarius in your chart, but this is very much reminding me of Aquarius's energy, or if it's just the influence of us being in Aquarius season. But the whole thing is here with you guys showing up as the Six of Wands. Even if you lost, you won, right? Some of you just may not know it yet. So if there's anything you've been passed over for, if relationships didn't work out, like a relationship didn't work out, if you didn't get the promotion, whatever the case, it feels very much like a divine timing type of thing. It's like, I feel whatever it is that didn't work out for you guys or doesn't work out for you guys in the first 15 days of February, it's literally a blessing in disguise, because I feel you would have literally been in the Six of Wands and the reverse, right? So you guys are set up for victory, right? With this Ace of Coins being here, this says to me in the latter part of January, something's kind of cooking. Some of you guys may have literally received something tangible, whether this is another job offer or just another opportunity that more or less came to you guys in the latter part of January. But I do feel this energy that you guys may be potentially overlooking this opportunity because of being so fixated on this particular thing that didn't work out, right? So don't fall for the okie doke this month. And that's what I'm seeing in this Nine of Swords here. It's kind of like if you guys get caught up in this dwelling on the past or dwelling on what didn't work out, like whatever this Nine of Cups is representing for you guys, you can kind of set yourself up for disappointment when all of the energy here is in support and in service to you guys being victorious, being recognized, being celebrated, getting what it is that you want moving forward. It's just this particular thing that hasn't worked out for you. It just wasn't for you. It wasn't destined to be yours, if you will, right? Because with this Ace of Coins being here, the thing that you guys are going to be building moving forward is something that is going to have longevity, right? Because the only time I really like to see the Ten of Cups, honestly, is if it's coupled with the Ten of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? Which in, my brain, I feel like you guys already have with this ace. Because I look at emotions constantly change. They're, fleeting, sometimes we feel 10 of cups upright. Sometimes we feel 10 of cups reverse. But when this is coupled with the 10 of pentacles, then, despite if you feel bad one day or happy the next and bad again, it's like you still have something that's solid and something that's tangible, that's always a reference point to like remind you to step back into gratitude. But the thing is, more or less, this would be saying, and I mean, Pisces, those of you who know me and those of you who watch the Pisces reading, thank you for being the highest viewed video for January. I appreciate that. But you guys know, my connection with all the Pisces and stuff in my life. And a lot of times we're kind of opposites in that regard. Is I'm going to value, as a Taurus, a 10 of Pentacles a lot more than I'm going to value a 10 of Cups. But I find that my Pisces a lot of times will value a 10 of Cups more than they will value a 10 of Pentacles. But the downside of that is when we're in this reversed energy, this can end up kind of being like your Achilles heel, Achilles heel, if you will, because it's kind of being caught up, like I said, with this Nine of Cups in the reverse, being caught up in that disappointment and what it is that you don't have, like a lack mentality, what didn't work out, what went wrong, as opposed to focusing on the possibility that you have here. So with this Ace of Coins and with this Six of Wands, these are two cards that are saying there's a great deal of possibility and victory that's available for you all going forward, right? But with this Two of Wands in the reverse, this is saying to me, and this is where it reminds me of Aquarius, it's still being stuck on the past, on something that's dead, something that's stagnant, and something that keeps you stuck. You know what I'm saying? So what this is kind of saying to me overall, Pisces, how it is that you're thinking about things is influencing your behaviors And these thoughts and these behaviors are very quite literally the antithesis to you. If I were to put this in a tangible form, if I were to go back to the example I gave with the overall energy, if when you're disappointed about something, your coping mechanism, that would be maladaptive, because we're talking about a maladaptive coping mechanism here, your coping mechanism is focusing on work. So it's like, I'm heartbroken, so I'm gonna, overwork, overextend myself, right? So that I don't have to feel the feels, right? So if that's your coping mechanism, and this being the overall energy, that says that this month, if you're disappointed about something, despite you having tangible, practical evidence here, you sitting in victory, you're shining, you're glistening, you glowed up in things, you have something tangible coming in that isn't the full gusto, like it's not, it is not the 9 of Cups, it is not the full 10 of Pentacles, right? It's just the promise thereof, it's potential, right, for something great that has longevity. But it's more or less ignoring that energy and valuing the past, valuing the loss. You know what I'm saying? What could have been, what you don't have, what should have been. It's dwelling in that energy. And that's how you would inadvertently, and that's why, this is in the position of what to look out for going into the 15th of February. That's how you would inadvertently manifest this 10 of Cups in the reverse, right? Which I feel, it almost feels to me, the energy I'm picking up on is kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know what I mean? Where because you believe something, it's like you inadvertently conjure it up into your life to prove yourself right. You know what I mean? It's like things never work out for me. So it's the potential to kind of end the midpoint of this month exactly where it is that you began, with this 9 of Cups in the reverse. And once again, it's making like a permanent decision on a temporary feeling. Like there are other jobs, there are other romantic partners. You know what I'm saying? It's like, your legs and arms still work. You can still lose weight. You know what I'm saying? You didn't lose what you wanted to lose in the first month of 2024. It's like you got 11 months left. You know what I'm saying? So it's more or less not allowing your emotions, you know what I'm saying, to rule you. It's not saying to live totally in your emotions, because that's completely unbalanced. It's not saying to completely ignore your emotions, because that is also completely unbalanced. But it's more or less finding a happy medium between the two. And like a big challenge with this is because it's more or less asking you to operate in two energies that are outside of your comfort zone. Not too much, because we have Pentacles here, and that's a feminine energy. So that's a little help, right? But with this masculine energy, with the wands, I'm kind of seeing this is, and this reminded me of my weekly too. It's making sure that you're focusing, like almost having faith. You know what I'm saying? And my Pisces friend, who works with me on my network, I reposted her message from our, annual ritual that we do every November. And her message, the channeling that she gave, was about having faith over fear. And that's very much what I'm seeing with this. It's like fear is that lack, of not having, not getting, this being perpetual, like this is going to be, your life for the foreseeable future. And like, ooh, wow, look, it's happened again. Nothing ever works out for me, right? It's like that kind of energy, and allowing fear to more or less supersede your faith. This Ace of Coins and the 6 of Wands are pretty much telling you, like, if the door is closed, like to praise in the hallway, if you will, because this Ace of Coins is a testament of what's to come. So it's like that whole thought of like walking by faith and not by sight. You know what I'm saying? Because I have this Ace of Pentacles, despite what it is that transpires this month, despite what it is that's worked out, despite the negative thoughts that may creep up, it's like I'm shooting them down because I'm saying I have this seed. I have this Ace of Pentacles. This is the 10. It will be mine. I am victorious. I have overcome this. Nothing can stop me. I am protected. I will not be stopped. Right. It's more or less like speaking that over your life in a sense. And that's how you guys have the power this month to combat this energy. Because like I said, it feels very much to me like a spiritual attack, if I could say it that way. It feels very much to me like a spiritual attack in the sense that I see you guys are being hit in your weak spot. And it's like the perfect little weak spot that is going to make you go to this very specific self-sabotatory maladaptive coping mechanism, right? It's like that very thing is going to happen, and you have the opportunity to choose if you're going to repeat the past, right? What this Two of Wands is saying, it's saying, hey, here's the thoughts, right? Let's do the thing that we always do here, right? If I were to engage in these past behaviors early overwork, I know that's going to sabotage me. So, as difficult as it may be for me, I'm going to face the music, accept this for what it is, and I'm going to choose instead to go in the opposing direction of what I typically do in situations such as this. You know what I'm saying? But I feel in the event that you guys do go that route, then that turns this 10 of cups in the reverse upright. You know what I'm saying? So this is more or less like a resurgence of hope for the future, and not allowing your present circumstance to determine, or even allowing your past to determine what's possible for you, my beautiful Pisces. So I hope that this has been helpful, Pisces, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot, or whatever. I love you guys freaking faces, and I will see you sooner than later. And sooner than later is going to be, the week of the 15th, when I put out the connection sessions and whatnot, or whatever. But anywho, love your face. Bye. Okay, wait. I got to make sure awkwardly turning off the stream. Okay. Bye for real, maybe. Okay, is it going to turn off?